Built to Last is brought to you by the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Labor Management Committee and Armstrong Ceilings. Faster, easier, better. Welcome to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson, here at the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Apprentice and Training Center in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. It's at training centers just like this one that the skilled journeymen and women carpenters of tomorrow learn their trade. On Built to Last, we present stories about the people and projects of the Mid-America Carpenters Union and its territory, spanning Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and eastern Iowa. In today's feature story, we explore a huge industry in which the Mid-America Carpenters play a vital role that was completely devastated by COVID. Since then, sweeping changes have been put into place to assure it can continue to operate should another pandemic hit. At the same time, it's an industry most people in the general public almost never see, even though it's an important part of the economy.
So the trade show industry in Chicago, it's a place for people to come and touch and feel the products that they want to engage with potentially for their business. You can't do all of that through Zoom. So trade shows are going to remain important and vital. And as the trade show industry has been ramping back up, that's being proven to be true.
To the Mid-American Carpenters, prior to the pandemic, we were in the Chicago area about 1.5 million man hours per year in the trade show industry.
We have this hidden trade show industry.
Most people come to the auto show or the boat show or some of the other smaller public shows. That's probably 4 or 5 events a year.
But then there are these shows like the manufacturing show that has 100,000 people coming through.
Most of them are private industry shows.
The public probably doesn't know that it brings buyers and sellers together. This is how commerce is generated.
There's really fun ones like sweets and snacks where you can go and eat your way around the candy floor.
It's a great economic contribution to Chicagoland, and that's why the trade show industry really is, it's the biggest industry nobody's heard of.
It is just a hopping when these trade shows are in town.
McCormick Place was built in the early 60s, and it's grown tremendously since then to where it is now. It's over 2 million square feet. It's the largest convention center in the country under one roof.
It's really a huge stimulator to the economy, and it really allows us to show Chicago and really get the city hopping with all our restaurants, our hotels busy.
Hotels, the restaurants, the cabs, everything they do, they come here, they spend money. It's money back into the coffers for the city and state.
And we brought in $151 million in state and local taxes to our local economy.
We were all devastated by COVID and the number of jobs that are lost.
Most of the people employed in the trade show industry were out of work for 1.5 years to 2 years.
And unfortunately, when those shutdowns happened, we lost a lot of good people out of this industry.
A lot of them were out of work and they were struggling. It was very difficult.
After the beginning of the pandemic in March of 2020, everybody from across the face-to-face business events industry came together. They developed standards, they developed best practices.
Most organizers have health and safety plans in place. The venues are meeting those qualifications for being GBAC certified.
They found out very quickly how to bring people back together in large numbers safely.
The likelihood of the industry shutting down the way that it has in the past, the probability is a little bit lower now.
It's getting better and people are coming back. We're about 80% of what we were pre-pandemic.
We're hoping that some of the workers we lost will realize that it was a very good career working at McCormick Place.
We want them to come back to work in our industry because they're great paying jobs, they're safe jobs, and we need the great skilled labor that the labor organizations provide.
Right as we were reopening from COVID, I was walking down Michigan Avenue and had to duck into a shoe store. And I said, how are things going? Are you seeing more business now that we're starting to reopen? And he said, it'll be great when the trade shows come back. The average tourist may not understand the significance of what the trade show industry is as an economic engine. The person working in that store knew. And he started naming off specific trade shows like INTS, radiology.
The IMTS, the manufacturing show, would have been 130,000 people pre-pandemic. is going to run somewhere close to 100,000 people. But that's still a lot of people. And our Union Carpenters, they're excited about that, as are we.
The Mid-American Carpenters have a whole curriculum just for the trade show industry. And any journeyman can go back and take any classes on that.
Without trained labor, we would have more accidents, we would have big issues.
There's 20 plus trade show shops in the Chicagoland area that employ carpenters, that build the exhibits. Then when they come here, the carpenters then set up the exhibits and they dismantle them at the end of the show.
We have such talent with our trade unions that really is the backbone of what we do here at McCormick Place.
So it's just constant carpenter hours being generated for the Mid-America Council.
How many jobs are created? It's amazing.
I like to say that the skilled labor at McCormick Place is our secret sauce.
Chicago's coming back very strongly. We're still not at the same numbers of what we had in 2019. We're expecting those numbers to return by 2024.
There's no other better way to get business done than by meeting face to face, shaking people's hands and looking them in the eyes and getting to know them and building that trust.
But we're much more prepared than we were in 2020 because we have protocols.
Where we can accommodate social distancing, we can accommodate sanitization, and we can accommodate everything that someone traveling here to see a show would expect in order to be safe and be healthy.
God forbid if something like that should happen again. We can do it safely. We know we can.
Armstrong takes pride in making a positive difference in people's lives. With the broadest portfolio in the industry and proven technical performance, contractors can install with confidence. Our ceiling construction expertise, training, and pre-engineered solutions make it seamless to transition from one end of the building to the other. Solutions like Frame-All drywall grid, including simple soffit prefabricated bend and click soffit framing, the faster, easier, better way to build from Armstrong.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Welcome back to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is always on the lookout to find the future journeymen and women of tomorrow. Young people's introduction to the trades can come from a variety of sources, including vocational training in high school. Every year, groups of students from high schools around the St. Louis area gather together at the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Apprentice and Training Center to compete and test their carpentry skills in a competition against one another.
I'm excited about this competition.
It's competition day at the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Training Center in St. Louis, Missouri.
We're at the Carpenters Joint Training Facility, and this is Competition in a Box, which is an event that has become a partnership between the Professional Women in Building at the HBA of St. Louis and Eastern Missouri and the Mid-America Carpenters Union.
Competition in a Box is an opportunity for students to break up into teams for their respective schools, participate in blueprint reading, some estimating, and then also a construction build of 2 walls.
So we have a record-setting 10 teams this year.
And my students are very excited about it because our students get to put their skills up against other students.
I'm excited about this competition because I can see where other students my age are at with the levels of carpentry.
I love competition, versing other people, wanting to come first.
It's fun to compete against others, to see them, their excitement when they're out there working, building together, and to have success. That's everything in this business.
But learning new skills isn't the only thing these students are competing for.
There's a first place prize, second place prize, and third place prize. So first place prize, a set of tools for each participant in the team. And then there was also a $2,000 scholarship to go to post-secondary education in a university, a junior college, or a CTE center or a training center.
I'd like to hope that they're going to take home first place, but either way they're going to have a good day whether they win or lose.
I really have no worries for my students. We're here to learn and see what's out there. A competition like this is important, exercising real skills, the same skills that you'd be using in a job site.
Those real-world skills will be tested in 3 challenges: blueprint reading, estimating, and construction.
I think the hardest part of this competition will be the takeoffs, which is the estimation of how much material need and how much it will cost.
So for my students, the challenge would be in the blueprint reading part itself, because we really haven't had a chance to spend a lot of time reading prints.
Not letting stress get to you and knowing that you try your best and that's all that matters.
And students who can perform under that stress are exactly what the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are looking for.
So really what the Carpenters Union is looking for is the bright and shining stars in those schools that are interested in getting into the construction craft. Have great training education opportunities for students.
It does not matter what gender you are, as long as these are students who are willing to learn, have a great work ethic, and show up with a positive attitude, then you can have an amazing career in this industry.
We need the youth to be the next generation of carpenters in our industry. It's extremely important for us to have our hands in these opportunities to reach out to the youth.
It's important that the Mid-America Carpenters Union hold these events, because this is where we train our students to come.
And if we can encapsulate what a day on a job site looks like in a one-day event, to maybe pique their interest to say, maybe this is a career I'd like to do, then I think we've been successful.
We love to see these young people come out of high school making a good living, supporting themselves for the future.
I need my friends at the Carpenters to be able to establish pieces like the building component, provide the tools, make sure that the students are being safe, because then they're having the experts teach them their craft and truly get an immersive experience.
How I feel about being in the Mid-America Carpentry Training Center is that it's amazing, like seeing how the classrooms are all set up. It's very similar to mine, but I do see that there's a lot wider range of things I could learn here.
It's truly a gift that they're willing to partner with us to do that. We couldn't do it without them.
And after the judges have tallied the scores, 2 teams from South Tech High School and 1 from Four Rivers take the top spots.
So it was a little scary. I was like, didn't think we did as good as we did, but then I was also like, we're gonna get first. So I was right.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I wasn't sure. I was just kind of hoping anyone from Tech would do good. I knew we'd do good, but like, it's cool to win, but yeah, it's just cool to be here.
The thing that I like the best are the students who've never done it before, and they really don't know what to expect. And at the end of this day, when they can look back and see all the skills they've applied in a full day and what they've learned, and then potentially won a prize, that's a great moment for those students, and that's my favorite part. To me, that's the most important part.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Unions need a collective voice, just like workers do.
We built the Midwest Coalition of Labor to bring unions together to provide valuable benefits beyond the health care and retirement that their members already receive. Because we know that with numbers, there is strength. Strength that gives us the purchasing power to negotiate the best supplemental benefits that our members deserve at the lowest cost possible. Because united we bargain, divided we beg. Contact the MCL to see how your union can join our growing coalition.
The skilled women members of the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are a critical part of the organization. Their ranks continue to grow, and at the same time, the bonds among them strengthen. While the union is often referred to as a brotherhood, an important group within the union exemplifies the bonds of sorority among its skilled female members.
The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is known for being a brotherhood of craftsmen, and within the ranks is a growing number of sisters.
Sometimes women out here, we have to prove ourselves, and work harder and be stronger and show that we can hold our weight. Not just at work, at home as well. You have to be a hardworking woman and then go home and play mom and still do the house chores and all that other stuff. I mean, it's a lot.
The out of work list, everybody's working. Okay, you can call in on Mondays to the BAs and they can get you going. Sisters in the Brotherhood is more of a support group. We just want to get out there to make everybody's job easier.
We have to let it out, have to talk about it, and that's pretty much, I think, what the Sisters is about. We're that structure for them so that they can lean on us, and we can also give them some advice or kind of lead them into the right direction, and that way we'll figure it out together.
When you get to know what's going on and how to perform the job and give the contractors a good, honest day play for honest day work, it's good.
We're still trying to figure out ways to reach out and recruit more sisters and, just try to make it a better community for all the women around us and give them the opportunities that we're able to have in the union.
The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council has done an amazing job of getting together with Sisters in the Brotherhood on the UBC nationwide aspect of it and bringing that national reach into our local community and starting to build a coalition of women in construction, and they are our best advertisers. When people see folks that look like them, that talk like them, that share their concerns, that's where the fraternity, sorority, that's where the family really starts off.
Diversity isn't just important to the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council, it's also important for contractors.
These bigger companies and bigger projects around the city, they want to see minorities in the workforce. Honestly, you get jobs, these like the airport job and some of these bigger jobs want a diverse workforce.
There is no restriction based on race, creed, gender, or anything else. The harder you work, the more opportunities you have. And this is why it's so beneficial to be a part of the Carpenters Union and through the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
Shelby isn't your average project manager. She is also a card-carrying member of Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
As a pharmacy tech, I had paid days off, but joining the union, I now have a pension. I have a retirement plan. I've got benefits, health care that is better than the health care benefits I was getting as a pharmacy tech.
And the benefits are amazing. I don't have to fight to get the same pay as the next person.
I definitely think my training and my time going through the apprenticeship helped a lot with where I'm at now, especially the guys, the journeymen that I worked under as an apprentice. The skills I learned and the training I had is definitely the reason that I was able to get a position without a college degree as a project manager. That's all thanks to the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
Getting it out there, talking to men out there whose wives are, at home looking for something to do. This is a good place to start. Women, single moms that are struggling and they just, they're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. This is a great place for women to, get that foot in the door and hopefully have a better opportunity to be a leader and something even better than that, you know?
And if we get out there like that, we can recruit women into our organizations. You know, I think it would be good to let the community know that we're here, and we would like to get everybody involved.
The sisters bring so much to the table: attention to detail, the ability to really work together. They are probably some of the neatest individuals that believe in collaboration that we have. And it is with their help that this organization is going to move forward.
Trade up. Trade up. Right here. Right now. Working for a non-union contractor, I never got a pay raise. Now I get a raise every year working as a union carpenter.
No matter how many kids you have, you know, you're fully covered.
Every hour you work, money's going into your retirement, your annuity. For non-union, they don't have a school program, classes you can take.
You can take the commercial aspect of it, or you can go the residential.
Trade up.
Trade up. Trade up. Right here. Right now.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Welcome back to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. Choosing a career can be the most important decision of a young person's life. Exposure to different work possibilities often begins in high school. It's here where young men and women first become aware of the wide range of fields in which they could spend their work lives. Over the past few decades, vocational classes have been cut out of many high school curriculums. Because of this, young people have been cheated out of the exposure to skilled trades as a career possibility. However, a partnership between the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council, interested school districts, and some dedicated educators is starting to reverse the trend.
I'm proud that we can bring the trades back to the high schools. It's very important for these kids to learn the trades because that's what the industry is in our area.
In the southern Illinois town of Harrisburg, union carpenter Carissa Earlbeck is bringing trade education back into the high school with the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Career Connections program designed to introduce students to the craft of carpentry.
The Mid-America Carpenters Union, they have a very good career connections program, and it specifies everything in detail. It's easy to follow and very easy for the kids to understand. You know, it's not in layman's terms, but it's close enough that anyone can understand it. And so it helps to start them out.
Well, I was super excited about it. I enjoyed being a part of the trades program when I graduated here from Harrisburg High School. I think it's something that's been needed. I think that a lot of those trades programs kind of went by the wayside.
But I just feel like most of the schools were focusing on academics, and their goal was just for students to get a higher education.
But even after getting a college degree, many found it hard to find work in the town they grew up in.
Well, Harrisburg was a coal mine community, has been a blue-collar community its whole life.
But a few years ago, some of the local coal mines started shutting down, and a lot of people lost their jobs.
Without the coal mine, Harrisburg residents have found other career opportunities, especially with the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
So for us, it's very crucial that we train these kids to go into the career because that's what is very high demand in our area.
Having a teacher who is an active working union carpenter is a huge help and inspiration. It shows us what we can do in the future.
I don't think it is typical for women to be in the trades. I do feel like tide has shifted for female carpenters.
I would say that this class has changed my view of the trades. I think it feels good to build something with your hands.
She made a beautiful charcuterie board.
I do think there is opportunity for women in the trades.
Carissa's program gives us an opportunity to give kids to find a way to be successful in life, to be able to provide a living for their families, and go out and make a good living.
Alumni Chance Yeagers is a testament to the success of the Careers Connection program. He is now a Mid-America Carpenters Union apprentice.
I wanted to be in the military, and that just wasn't working out. And then when Miss Earlbeck brought the classes to the high school, I think it opened my eyes on trying something new and actually getting to do something different. I found that it was very inspirational. Miss Earlbeck was a carpenter and did that for many years and inspired me to kind of follow in her footsteps, and she helped me out a lot with that and got me going on my feet.
I love that we can bring Career Connections to our school. The Career Connections curriculum is unique because it's designed specifically for carpenters. It touches on everything you would need to know. It goes through tool identification, how to use a speed square, and all the different abilities that you have with that.
I'm a huge fan of the Career Connections class. I think it's a huge help. I've learned so much just taking these classes, and I still have 3 months to go. Currently, I'm working on getting all the parts cut for the community night for all the kids to build the birdhouses. It feels very rewarding. I mean, just that feeling of accomplishment. It's made my high school experience so much more fun.
I'm excited about the direction it's going. I know our whole district's excited about the direction this program's going. I know the community's excited about it because you've got people getting on board and donating property to us. It's endless of where this program could actually go.
That's all for this episode of Built to Last. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Built to Last TV. I'm Mark Nilsson. We'll see you next time.